Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching A Touch of Tarot. Pulled these cards and first of all, I was awoken at 4:44 a.m. today to the song Just Keep Breathing. I believe it's Ariana Grande because I don't know how I know that. And I felt a sense of anxiety and I wasn't quite sure, is this coming from the masculine or is this the feminine collective? Is this the masculine telling the feminine, just calm down, just calm down? So I knew there was a message here, and it's been a while since I got a message like this. I just pulled some tarot cards while I was recording. I had it like right before this, and I decided to pull all the tarot cards I needed and then start recording. The actual first two cards that came out were the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups. And, you know, there is a truth that's about to be revealed. It is about feelings, but it's about a lot of stuff. There's an energy between these two, masculine and feminine, that is angry. And, you know, I pulled cards for what's going on with the karmic situation and some extra cards. But there's a message here of like, not even anger, but just discontent. On both sides, there's frustration. It's almost sexual frustration in a sense as well. We have the element here of air and water, you know, technically one in the same, but in different formats, formulations. This energy of this Queen of Swords is even taking off her own mask and saying, that's it. It's time for the truth. And because she's ready for this, it's coming. The King of Cups is coming. He's declaring something about love, about his feelings, about what's going on in his life. It's going to go from day to night, night to day, light to dark, dark to light. From air to water. It's going to get real concentrated. The actions of the past for the masculine, we have the Prince of Pentacles, Prince of Wands, and the King of Wands, were honestly quite self-serving, very sexually focused, driven, and just in a sense almost you know, on his terms. On his terms. And there has been some sort of a realization from around October time to now time. And this person realizes, because he has grown up or he has matured in some way, self-serving behaviors are not beautiful. Passion is beautiful, but being selfish is not. So there's an ending coming to that. We have the Devil, we have the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. There's an ending coming to toxic behaviors, to self-serving behaviors that were keeping the divine masculine and feminine tied up, because it was like a continuous karmic cycle between the two of them as well. It was like they kept on putting this in your face, this energy of the masculine being selfish and self-serving and everything on his time, to see how long you were going to put up with it too. Both parties had to break free of this. Both parties. And this is part of the truth coming in and communicating. There's a lot of telepathic communication happening right now. And it's because our brains are trying to figure this out. Our souls are trying to connect and figure this out. And right now, you know, until this communication comes in, we got to kind of fill in some blanks. So when this comes in, we kind of already know a little bit. There's, you know, an energy here. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. Change is happening. It's happening slowly, but it's happening. And there's a lot of worry around it. Is this going to happen? Am I going to be embarrassed? Am I even making the right decision? Am I just doing the same thing over and over again? There is a burning passion, fire, flame here. There is. The flame is not out. Okay, the flame is not out. Now let's get into what's come up here. I'm going to do it just the way I pulled them. First cards I pulled actually were about the karmic situation. What's going on with the karmic? First card to come out was the Eight of Swords. Next card to come out was the Five of Wands in reverse and the Magician. And at the bottom of the deck, like the two cards showing, was the Devil and the Hangman. So we have this energy here. First of all, what's going on with the karmic? Eight of Swords. When I first saw this card, was the first message I got is someone's thinking of how to get out. They're like, how am I going to get out of this? There's no more sorrow because this is the bridge to sorrow. You know, this is the bridge of sorrow. Five of Wands. There's no more sorrow here because now it's like, how do I just get out? I've crossed that bridge of sorrow. How do I make something happen to get out? And to be honest, it doesn't just have to be the masculine feeling this way. It could also be his karmic. But then sometimes there's an energy here that comes through with her that's toxic, or that is beyond toxic. Like, it's beyond toxic sometimes. She doesn't want to be there, but she's addicted to this situation as well. What's going on with the karmic? You know, this is the same woman, this blonde woman. You may be dealing with a blonde. Honestly, all these cards here are blondes. What's going on with the karmic? You know, unhappiness, despair. She has Devil. Ooh, this is dark. I don't know if you can see this. It looks disgusting, to be honest. This is a dark energy here. She has these devil horns, but they're camouflaged in a way. I didn't see them right away. You know? But when you do see them, they're gross. It's gross. They're black. They look slimy. Where's the other card? Oh, here. When this is upright, I feel like there's still a chance to mend and heal a situation. When it's in reverse, it's over. Like, you can't fix this anymore. No matter how much you try. These people are just too sad. If they stick around in this energy, they're going to destroy themselves. There is trickery going on with the Devil and the Magician here. This, you know, this karmic doesn't want to be here. In fact, this karmic may have a union somewhere else to be at, that she is blocking herself as well. She's not just blocking him. And she is, in a sense, trying to block him from moving forward. She gets seductive, or there's, you know, and I'm telling you, I guess so. Her desperation is almost seductive to the masculine because he can help her. And there's an energy here of, you know, them both not knowing what to do. They both know this is a toxic energy, our masculine and this karmic. So it looks like there may be a pause right now. Will people figure out, how are we going to release this? Are we going to release this? Do I have the strength to release this? So what does the masculine want to say to the feminine? Okay, there was a lot. I'll start this side. I hate feeling that I have to walk on eggshells around you. Fear not. I am not on a tear. I just want to say one simple thing. So right away, there's an energy here that, the masculine wants to communicate, but he feels like he can't open up to the feminine right now. And it could be because he's picking up on her energy, which honestly is very strong right now in the feeling of like regret a bit. Just, there's an underlying tone of anger. And all I feel right now is, where are you? I was just reacting to you as if you were my mother, and I know that you're not. I know I haven't made it very safe for you. Please don't give up on me. So there could have definitely been some sort of a lashing out or just behavior that was immature. Like, mother-son immature behavior. And, it just has created a space of even more doubt in the feminine's mind. Like, what the heck is he doing is what I'm hearing right now. What the heck is he doing? I don't feel heard. Please, can you forgive me? So now there's an energy here of like, it is like I'm picking up not a spoiled brat, but an energy of a child. And it's shifty. It's very shifty. It's like dramatic here to dramatic there. I don't feel heard. Can you forgive me? The masculine is, I don't know how to say, I don't feel heard, can you forgive me? But he's just saying anything right now. He's just saying anything. And it's not that he doesn't mean it. He does. Desperation. It's like he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do. I feel so embarrassed about how I spoke to you. Because he feels embarrassed the fact that you are making him feel out of place, in a sense. Like, this isn't his normal behavior. He's acting out of character. He's acting very nervous right now because he doesn't know what to do. And I'm picking up the energy. I don't know how to explain it because even he doesn't know how to explain it. He doesn't even know where to go from here. All I want is for you to listen to me with an open heart. So now it's an energy of like almost calming down. Like, okay, let me just recoup here. Just listen to me, please. Just let me figure this out. Was another message I got when I woke up. Let me figure this out. And I was going to name the title of this, but I re-recorded. You don't have to agree with me, but it hurts when you don't take me seriously. So for the masculine there, when he says that, I feel like you don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with the way he's doing things. But it does hurt him when you don't trust that he will do what he's sending you, the message that he's going to do. There's a lot of telepathic communication here. And in telepathy, the masculine is being honest. When he says, I'm working on this, and, he really in his mind is working on figuring out a solution to the situation and moving away from a toxic environment. And, the codependency card did come out, but it came out so quick, I said, let me put it back in and let's see it come out again. And it didn't come out again. And I even shuffled extra long. But there was an energy, and there is an energy here of him feeling like he has to take care of things. When you go on and on like this, I feel invisible to you. So I do get the energy that there was some sort of dispute, some sort of disagreement. A lot of the feminines have started to communicate. We have the Queen of Swords here, A lot of the feminines have no longer held in how they feel about matters of this situation, about matters of the heart. And to be honest, part of the reason is because the feminines are realizing, I can have a guy in a second. I can have a relationship in a second. It's not necessarily a divine feminine relation or divine relationship, but it's a relationship. Why am I here waiting for you? And you may not even be honest with me. And for a lot of you, they are lying about things. Of course they are. They don't feel heard. They feel scared to speak to you. It's like a mother-son dynamic. It's like, I don't know. I hear runner chaser, mother son. Like, I don't know. I never looked at it like that, but maybe that is the source. Maybe it's like, maybe daughters, I don't know, run or chase their father energy, and maybe the sons do the same. So for the feminine, the cards that she got. So at first I was looking at the words, and I'll still stick to that. The first card here is delusions. So she's like, you must think I'm delusional. We have the defeat card, but in reverse. It's beyond defeat. Like, this has gone on for so long, I'm just done. I'm beyond defeated. Yep, I am defeated, but it's beyond that at this point. You have made a fool of me. You have made me look delusional. You have made me feel like you've given up on our love for some empty love, for some sort of a dead love you're chasing, and you've been chasing for years. Here's a maze back here. I see you, and I'm done. I'm looking the other way. I'm not delusional. This was a bad habit. Dependency is the word here. I got addicted to you. I was addicted to the feeling of comfort when I was with you, even if it was only for a very short time. It broke this feminine in ways that only she could heal herself with. And there's constant reminders of what she's gone through with this person. There is probably physical reminders, and not because she's been hurt, but damage she's done to herself that you may not even really notice. But what's being done is permanent. Maybe she got some gray hairs. You know what I mean? Like that type of a damage. Maybe she lost that innocence while going through this. Maybe she lost some friends or some people in her, life. But the habit's still there, in a sense. Like, I don't know, it's not released. She's hanging on to it. Or she's hung on to it for a very long time. Concealment. She's sick of being left out in the dark. All of this came from because he left her out in the dark type of an energy. You left me out in the dark. You thought I didn't know about things, and you could have just spoken to me, and you didn't. You chose to leave me in the dark and let me figure things out on my own. Let me connect and get the answers on my own. And then the Tower. So this is part of the reason why I do feel like there was an energy here, or there was a conversation, a disagreement. There's actually been something for many, some sort of contact. And things have been said with the Queen of Swords in regards to this relationship. And, I still feel that because the Queen of Swords has stepped up and taken off the fakeness, and there has been a fakeness coming from the divine feminine, and it's a fakeness of toleration. What she was tolerating was unacceptable, but she did it out of her heart, and then now enough is enough. You don't no longer. That's the Queen of Swords for you. So now she's saying, Page of Wands, there's other things out there for me. Yeah, there's other things out there for me. There's other actions I can take. There's other directions I can go. I see a bright future for myself. I see I can have whatever I want in this world. I see endless possibilities for myself. Why would I want to hang on to this? Why would I want to stay in this defeated, bad habit of delusions that you're feeding me. Please tell me why. Why? You know? I have no problem anymore walking away, Four of Swords, and just coming back stronger than ever. And not for you, for the world, for others, for people that will appreciate me. But I'll tell you, even though the feminine comes off like this energy, this is not what she's feeling deep in her soul. Deep in her soul, she's so sad right now. There's an energy here of like, enough is enough. I can walk away right now. F you. F this. I can go and have a whole new world right now. A fun world of adventure. And you will see nothing but the best, strongest version of me. But the truth is, there's depression. There's an underlying energy of depression here. You know? Please do leave your feedback. So then I pulled from this deck because I said, well, what's going to happen here? I'm like, I'll know something from these cards at least. I mean, just give me a connected energy. These three came out together and this one came out alone. So overall, first of all, you know, this is a beautiful message. There is a energy of moving forward. We've all decided that this is a watch, a pocket watch. Moving on from the past, the ways of the past. It is time. There is something, you know, this masculine is going to be making a choice of, and it's the masculine doing that. Because we have the feminine here ready. She's ready for any direction he wants to go. You want to come in, you want to go out, you want to go left, you want to go right, have it your way. I'm good. I'm just going to watch and see what your choice is. To have the card fulfillment of wishes, and even the way that it goes from 6 to 9, you know, the reversing up and down, dark to light. And it's interesting because at first you probably think it's a man, right? But if you look close, it looks like a woman. So it's a combination. We have a treasure chest. We have 2 scroll. Oh no, maybe it's 1 scroll because it scrolls up like that, you know. Could be 2. We have a flower. This message is saying, you know, there's going to be a choice made, and it has to be made in a good amount of, like, you know, time, like as in like now. I don't know, I feel like if he picks the doorway of growth, it leads to wishes fulfilled. That's what I'm feeling. I don't know, I just heard like he has to pick the doorway of growth, the green door. Maybe he's already made money. He's already been married. He's already did his travels and his, you know, worldly whatever. His wildness. He has to pick the green door. And this leads him here. It's the door of growth. It's the harder choice, you know? It's the moving on to something new. So I pulled these extra cards for the feminine and for the masculine. And it's really, really interesting, the cards that came out. The first card that came out was the Miracle. And at first I was like, well, is this a message for them both? And sure, it is a message for them both for sure. But it's also goes along with the Ghost of the Pumpkin Patch and Counting Your Blessings. And this is about the feminine feeling invisible, feeling unheard, unnoticed. It's an energy of a blessing being right under your eyes and you not really even noticing it because it's just being like mundane. It's just being that like level energy, not causing a splash, not anything. But look at the difference between these. It's like dark to light. There is going to be a miracle, and the feminine feels like she needs a miracle at this point. She doesn't know what else to do. She has her guard up and she can't help it. She can't even help it at this point. Anger of Alchemy is the name of this. Anger of Alchemy. It's like the anger of the creator that knows they can create. And they're waiting. I know I can do this. Why hasn't it come? And now it's like she's just saying, you know, guides, angels. At this point, all I can ask for is a miracle. I surrender. I've put myself out there so much to the point of depletion. I am invisible now. My words no longer make a difference in this connection. Something else has to happen. The feminine feels I've spoken too much now. Like as if, like, I don't know, I'm picking up an energy like there was a time when she could catch the masculine by saying something or doing something, and now she feels like it's just happened so many times. There's no more momentum to those scenarios where she's like goodbye and he's like no, there's no more of that, because she's done that too many times. Where she said, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Now it's just like, why are you asking? Why are you still here, really? All this feminine wants right now is a miracle. She wants, and you know, it's interesting because I feel like drawn to the color difference. And when I first saw these cards, I felt like the black was her energy. And you know, the truth is, black is actually very protective energy. It's not a bad thing. It is worse to be transparent sometimes. Because sometimes you're so transparent, you know, no one's even noticing you. And sometimes you need a little bit of that dark angel light in you. And it's not in a bad way. It's in a powerful way. It's like, give me my power back. I'm taking it back. That's what happens when you speak the truth. That's what happens when you speak from your heart's integrity. Something's not right and you've just been letting it slide. And now you're like, no. And for the masculine, I pulled the moon cards. So he has, don't let your past hold you back. Meditate and contemplation. New moon in Pisces and South Node. I really do feel that his past is holding him back. You know, it won't let him connect. He's too tied to this. He's, you know, at this point, he's tied to that energy. And it's almost as though he needs to telepathically, like, you know, like in another dimension, separate from this energy first. There's a lot of stuff happening in the spiritual world right now, and I'm really picking that up. It's like, for him to get to that peaceful spot, it's kind of like in reverse. He has to do, I don't know how to explain it. Like, he has to get to this peaceful spot, but he has to release to get there, but he has to get there to release. So this is a time of really going within and trusting that space, trusting that silence, trusting that in that silence you can just work this out. Fishes are quiet, you know, especially goldfish, I think. I don't remember them flopping around. It's a peaceful energy. And then you'll find the way of releasing the past. And then you go back to this meditative and contemplative state, and things just work themselves out. It's hard to explain, but it's like you have to go under to get over. So then I pulled from the Lovers cards, and these are the last four. At first, the first one that dropped out was codependency, but I hadn't shuffled properly. So I put it back and I was really expecting it to come back out, and it didn't. But there is an energy here of like fearing codependent behavior, already having codependent behavior, um, and just as like an addictive energy to this anger. And I'm happy it didn't come back out, because then I was like, what are the true feelings between them? What are the true feelings between them? And the first one that came out was soulmate. And I was like, see how you just shift the energies like that? You know that this is a divine connection. You know there will be a reconciliation here. You know this. This is what will happen. It's your soulmate. You can't deny it. And make the effort to trust fate. To have faith. To have faith, to trust fate, to just believe in this. And you know, you don't have to change your world. Go do something else. Go do something new. Release this energy. Shift your focus. But trust fate to work out however it's meant to. This is a very, very special message. I thank you all. Please do like or subscribe. If you'd like to book a reading, you can find me. My email is below. Please do like this video more than anything, because I want this video out there. Okay? Remember this. I love this. I don't know. I love it. The mask is off and the truth will come in. You take your mask off and the truth comes in. You know, we can't just act like the masculine's the only liar here. We're lying to ourselves too. We're lying too. If he's lying, we're lying about something. Okay? And I know I'm going to get the feedback on that, but it's the truth. There's other ways you can lie. It doesn't have to be about a person, cheating, sex. No. You can also lie to yourself. You can also lie about the situation. You can also lie about what you truly want. Take the mask off and things start to come in. The truth. And just let it come in. Don't contaminate it more or go back and forth. Let it come in. There's no other card for me to pull. I mean, sure, we'll pull one of these. Let's see. Thank you so much for all your donations. Oh my gosh. For all your donations, for all your love, for all your feedback, for all your emails. Thank you so much. But look what we got here. Sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred.